Hello everybody, my name is Jason Parker and welcome back to this channel about magic! In today's video, we are going to jump onto the wonderful world of the interwebs and see what magic we can find out there. And if you stick around till the end of the video, I'll share with you a few life updates. What's been going on with me in the last 5 or 6 weeks since I published a video on here. Got my awesome tablet on a box setup going, very professional. Let's see what we can find on Instagram. Okay, what do we have here? Already, I feel like I wasn't watching closely enough. Nice. What is that, a chopstick? A straw? I mean, I've seen some kind of Sharpie magic like this where you can hold a Sharpie and make it disappear. Maybe he's using some kind of principle like that. Let's check it out one more time. All right. Huh. Okay, I mean, he's already ready now. He's just gonna make it appear. I feel like I saw both hands were empty. Man, that really looks magical. That really looks good. You know, at first I thought he was doing some kind of, flippant type of move, but I think it might be something different, or he's just extremely amazing. Leave a comment below if you have any idea how he accomplished this miracle of the appearing chopstick, maybe straw. Next magic trick.
Try something using two
this
random
guy.
cards.
He is a beast.
Go with this one, the Ace of Hearts, and the Seven of Clubs.
So you're gonna have to watch
two
carefully.
Very different cards. Don't take your eyes off of them. I'll leave them buried in different parts of the deck like this, okay? They get pushed all the way inside. Now the first one, I'll find the fancy way, which looks something like this.
Man, how fast he shuffles those cards.
Right about here. I think I got it. With any luck, that's the Seven of Clubs. Could have been a coincidence. Let's see if we could get the other one. I'll do the other one one-handed, just like that. Oh wait, it's the Seven of Clubs, which means on the table is the Ace of Hearts. Alright,
that's an awesome routine. And this guy's skill. I've been following him on Instagram for a while. Sometimes he does these videos where it's kind of like first person perspective and he's shuffling and doing different cardistry moves. And he is just insanely talented. I know, because some of the moves he's doing, I've been doing for years, but he does them like to perfection. Did this particular routine fool me? Not actually. And only because, well, if I had seen this trick a year ago, I would have definitely been fooled. But since then, I've seen something, this one particular very sneaky move with cards, and I noticed him doing it. I don't even know what the name of it is, I can't do it yet myself, and it's almost invisible. But if you were to rewatch the video, if you were to rewind and check that portion again, it's not gonna jump out at you. But you do have the opportunity to put the pieces together. And that's the kind of magic that I love to watch because it's, you know, it's fair. It's something he could perform for you in real life. It's not about the way the camera was set up at that particular angle or anything like that. What he's doing is just pure sleight of hand skill. Gianni Palumbo 1. Make sure to check him out on Instagram. He's got lots of great stuff. And by the way, that thing where he shot the card out of the deck and caught it, that's something I've been working on for a while, to shoot a card out of the deck and catch it in your other hand. It's really fun, and it's actually something that I've made a tutorial for on the Patreon. If you want to learn how to do that, I go to great depths explaining exactly how to use your fingers to make that happen. Patreon advertisement accomplished. That's not me punching you, that's just kind of punching this, you know, objective. So back to the magic.
You should think of a card in your mind. Have you got the card? 3, 2, 1, change your mind. Yeah, have you got a new card? You visualize that card in front of you. 3, 2, 1, change your mind again. New card is going to appear now. Have you got it? Yeah. Have you got that card? Yeah. In your mind?
I'm pretty sure I know what this trick is already.
You've not told me, right? No, you've not told anyone. No. It's just appeared right now. Say the card that you were thinking of. 4. 4 of... Heart. 4 of heart. Yeah. Heart. 5th heart.
I think pretty much every magician knows what trick this is.
4 the card face up, right? 1 card, see that? 1 card is turned over. Take it out. Have a look at it.
Yeah, very good. But it's very easy because I have the number. I am very passionate in my heart. Bro,
Change your mind 3 times.
very good.
Okay, number one, that's the most frustrating thing possible at the end when a spectator does that. He had the opportunity to change his mind on the card he was thinking about. He did change his mind, and at the very end he's like, oh, you could have guessed it because like my jersey is number 4, and what did he say? He cares about the heart? Like, I don't know if he was just joking, but I've actually had this kind of thing sometimes when you're performing. There are certain spectators, they don't come around very often, but when you're performing for them, you'll know. And it's this type of person who says like, oh, well, that probably went up your sleeve. Or maybe the cards are electric. Or you got magnets. You know, maybe I wasn't looking and you just palmed it. And they're just throwing out like every conceivable thing, no matter how ridiculous. And somehow it just kind of negates the magical feeling, that impossibility that just occurred right in front of you. And number 2, this guy Julius Dean. I used to watch a lot of his videos on Instagram. I haven't seen as much of him recently, but he did a lot of these street magic performing videos. He's super charismatic. And even if he's doing tricks that a lot of us magicians already know, he's got the guts to go out there and perform it, record it, capture it. He's getting great reactions. Yeah, it's very easy to be like an armchair magician. I'm literally sitting in an armchair. But anyway, what I admire about Julius Dean is that he goes out there and makes it happen. You know, I don't think he lets fear hold him back. And the third thing, yeah, this is a super cool magic effect. Not sleight of hand, but it's definitely one of the most powerful effects you can perform as a magician, arguably. Oh yeah, in fact, I made a video where I was performing this trick here on YouTube. If you go to the playlists section of my channel homepage, I think it was called something like Magic at the Movies or something about I was play acting with this invisible deck kind of concept. This trick is pretty easy to do. It requires just a little bit of practice. But yeah, you'll see magicians performing this everywhere. America's Got Talent, some other countries got talent, you name it. Next magic. Oh, actually, I saved a clip that I wanted to share with you in this new mini segment in the middle of the video that I'm calling Not Magic, but Magical. Yeah, where did I save that?
A few moments later.
Ah, got it. Okay, this video I'm about to show you is related to archery, and the guy is actually doing this. This is not special video effects. Check it out. Look at that. Look at that arrow. It's flying around both obstacles. Wow. Okay, so he's got a lot of different variations. Anyway, that's something that I never would have thought was possible, that looks a lot like magic. I've been following this guy on Instagram, and he does all sorts of trick shots with usually archery. And I think he must cut like the feathers on the shaft in such a way that it whips back and forth. That's my best guess. Anyway, I thought it was crazy to imagine that like in the medieval times, you know, there could be some battle, and if there were archers who had discovered this, who were just experts, they could actually curve an arrow around a wall to hit someone. I wonder if that was ever a thing. Anyway, that's James Jean Trick Shots if you want to follow him on Instagram. Now back to the magic. Oh yeah, this guy. I've been following him on Instagram as well. He's really great. Okay, got the candle there and... All right, this guy is fantastic. He's, you know, a lot of magicians out there in the world are just kind of playing themselves, right? They're not a character. That's what I do. I'm Jason when I go perform magic for someone. But this guy, he's really taken it to a whole other level. He plays this character. I guess it's the professor. And some of his videos are so stylish, like so dramatic. They're just beautiful. And on top of it all, he's also a very good magician. In terms of this disappearing candle, yeah, I have an idea how that might be done. Let's just say that he's a very artistic person. Oh, and you know what? He actually kind of looks like Steve Jobs in this video. Is that just me? Am I imagining that? Do you see this too? Wasn't Apple's motto, think different? And clearly, this magician is thinking different. Yeah, imagine if Steve Jobs did magic. This is as close as we will ever get to that dream. In fact, let's check out a few other videos from him. Some of these I may or may not have already seen from a while back. I can't quite remember. Okay, we've got one here called The Magic Cocktail. Gonna have to keep the sound off because we got copyrighted music going. Okay. Oh, I thought he was gonna refill his drink. Very nice. I like that. That was unexpected. Oh, I love the cards from the mouth. That's a thing on my to-do list, is learn a good cards from mouth. Sean Farquhar was giving me a few tips on that when I talked to him before. You know, there's so many different things to learn in Magic. It's one of those things that I kind of half started and never finished, so I can't quite do confidently. I'm gonna make it my goal. 2023 is gonna be the year that I do cards from mouth, finally. I should probably set bigger goals. I'm gonna make a promise, a commitment to you, that I'm gonna learn cards from mouth and I'm gonna do it on one of my future videos. You all can be my accountability partners. How about that? Let's check a few more of his videos. Seems reasonable. That's what I do when I find a glass of salt. Ruh-roh. Wow. Cards from mouth again? Yeah, you shouldn't drink that anymore. Very nice, multiplying balls from mouth, and cool idea to combine the mouth coil as well, since they're both white, so it kind of seems like more stuff that could be coming out of him after he drank this strange salt. Let me just look at this. He's got like a bunch of crazy stuff. Here's another one with a candle. Let's check it out. Okay, so it's not necessarily so like mind-blowing, how is that possible? Like I could imagine he has a string to just pull the candle closer, and you probably can't hear the music because I'm assuming that was copyrighted and I will have to replace it with my own music. But just look at him, he's so creative, so stylish. There's not many magicians who will like prepare their hair, wear a costume, and do all this effort to share a video to Instagram. That's why I feel like he kind of stands out as like very different than a lot of the magicians you see. And actually, now that I think about it, I guess I don't know how he made the candle extinguish. Ah, maybe it was time-lapse photography and he just closed his hand like this really slowly over the course of like an hour and just waited for the candle to go out and then sped it up. Yep, I think I've cracked the case. It's not always easy to be a genius. Anyway, lots of cool things to see there on his Instagram. Professor of Magic. Highly recommended. And maybe one more. Card to sand. Alright, we've got a white card. And, oh, you know, I think I've maybe seen this one before. It's so beautiful. So short, so magical, so elegant. I mean, look at that. Like, he's on a theater or something. He's wearing his costume. His moves are dramatic. He's in character. And that just looks like pure magic. And I don't know where the card went, or where the salt came from. Unless it really was magic, and he was transforming the card into salt. Leave a comment below. Real or magic? I gotta say, I love this. I mean, just his idea there is so beautiful, and then so perfectly executed. This guy is a breath of fresh air. Anything else here? I can share this with you. It's something that I typically see in my feed a lot. Can you guess what it is? It's not actually magic, but that's right, it's a cat. Look at him, just hanging on there. And it doesn't even look like he's hurting the hand, you know? He's just hanging with his soft paws to get that food. Look at it. Wow. And again, the reason I shared that is I felt like that's a little magical. It's something you don't normally see, because if a cat jumps on a person, they usually use their claws, and this person's hand would just be ripped to shreds. But sometimes you see something so weird, so unusual. It just challenges your belief about what is possible and what's true in the world. Well, that's all for the magic videos. Now I'll present to you an Aesop's Fable, and then after that I'll share some updates that have been happening to me recently. We're gonna do it randomly. Boom! The Ass and His Driver. Chapter 182, in case you're following along at home. It's a quickie. An ass was being driven down a mountain road, and after jogging along for a while sensibly enough, he suddenly quitted the track and rushed to the edge of a precipice. He was just about to leap over the edge when his driver caught hold of his tail and did his best to pull him back. But pull as he might, he couldn't get the ass to budge from the brink. At last he gave up, crying, "All right, then, get to the bottom your own way. But it's the way to sudden death, as you'll find out quick enough." And there's no moral to the storyline. So what are asses known for? Or let's say donkeys, just so my video doesn't get demonetized. I think if I say the bad words too many times, that could happen. So the donkey was going sensibly enough, and then suddenly he went to the edge like he was gonna jump off. The sensible driver tried to stop him, but the donkey was too stubborn, and he says, "Okay, if you want to do it, then do it." I'm feeling like it's kind of hard to get a message from this one. Maybe it's as simple as, don't be stubborn. Consider the advice other people are giving you. Maybe you're wrong in this situation. I don't know. There's not a lot to work with in this one. If you have a different interpretation, feel free to leave it in the comments below. And with that being said, some quick life updates. What I've been doing for the last 5 or 6 weeks. Well, I successfully applied for my Polish temporary residency permit. This country is way more bureaucratic with red tape and paperwork than I expected, but thankfully that's done. So now apparently it can take anywhere between 3 to 6 months to hear back. And that's considered fast, because if you were in somewhere else like Warsaw, it could be a whole year that you could be waiting. Basically, this thing gives me the ability to stay here in Poland. What else? Number 2, I've been working on a lot of magic tricks, although they're not super visual, so they wouldn't really be great to just show you on a pre-recorded video. They're more magic you would perform for someone live. So I should probably either focus on learning some hyper-visual magic I could show you here on the camera, or record myself performing this other magic for people. 3, I've been dealing with some medical stuff. 4, I learned how to wax the floor, the wooden floor of this apartment, and I waxed the whole thing, which took forever. Hashtag first time experiences. 5, I've been thinking about other types of videos I can make for the YouTube channel. In fact, I recently filmed a big reaction video. I spent all day making it, but I was not able to post it here on YouTube, so basically it went over to the Patreon, so you can check that out if you feel like it. I just wasn't able to share it here on YouTube, unfortunately. I have been thinking about doing some magic for Omegle, which is kind of like a video chat roulette. I'm sure you've seen lots of magicians do these videos. Alright, so that's about it. Please smash the like. I forgot my words. You know, if you enjoyed the video, please click the like button, subscribe, all this stuff. Have an amazing week, or weekend if I take a long time to edit and publish this. And I'll see you next time. Yup.